Morning, everyone. It's 8:36 on this Thursday morning, the 16th. This is your pre-opening comment, and it is video number 1980. Okay, Asia and Europe mixed to lower. The EU has some big bond issuance today, so we'll have to see what kind of reception that gives, and that will certainly have an influence on the markets. Um, we had a bunch of earnings last night, and I'm just going to go over them quickly. Some of these stocks have actually gained a little bit. Um, Palo Alto Networks was as low yesterday after the earnings as 226, and that's about where it had closed, 226.09. This morning it is back to 241 and a half. That's still down 1478, but half of the loss that was there. So a decent rebound. Cisco was 44.70. Right now it's 47.55. That's down 5 3/4 after being down over 8. GLBE was 28.88. It's 28.75. So down just 13 cents. And Target, which made a high last night of about 130.43, which was up 19 or 18%, is giving a little bit of that back. It's trading right now 128.10. That's still substantially higher, but down about $2.50 from last night's close. This morning, Macy's had a beat. The stock is up big. Its earnings, its better inventory control. 1374, that's up 277 or 25%. This one is seriously beaten down. It wasn't that long ago that the stock was 25, and frankly, it wasn't that long ago that the stock was almost 40. So it's come down a long way, but seems to be recovering a bit. Walmart had a beat, both top and bottom line, but gave poor guidance. That one is trading 158.75. That's down 6.5% or 1107. And one of the bigger losers here is Alibaba. I don't follow any of these Chinese stocks. This is the reason why. Um, you just never know what they're going to do, and you never know what the government is going to allow them to or force them to do. The stock closed 89.20, currently trading 80.50. That's down 657 or 7.5%. And the reason is the U.S. government's ban on the high value, high tech chips. And that means that Alibaba will not be able to spin off its cloud services unit as it was planning on doing. So a little bit of a problem there for them. At 8:30, we had claims, weekly claims, 231. That's versus an estimate of 220. And in point of fact, there was a revision, so it's actually 231 increase versus 218 revised. And continuing claims higher again, 1,865,000. So not a huge gain there, but a problem. Import export prices. Um, Import prices up. They were expecting down 3/10. We got up 2/10. X energy down 2/10, and the year-over-year number down 0.9. In a little while, Philly Fed down 5.9 versus up 7.5. and that's 15% on. That's also up 0.5 on a month over month. We have, let's see, we have more earnings after the close today. Gap and Ross Stores. We had another new all-time high yesterday on Microsoft. At 10 o'clock, at 9:15 we have industrial production and capacity utilization. Let's see what else we have, because there are several. I think NAHB at 10 o'clock, the housing index, um, and tick flows later on in the day. Chart on the screen is the oil. Kind of disturbing. I'm a long term bull on the oil, but, in reality, looking at this daily chart, we have a high, a break, a rally to where we broke from, and a lower high, another consolidation and break below the 200-day MA, a little bit of stabilization and another rally up to the previous break, and now it looks like we're rolling to the downside again. Relative strength has crossed over. MACD not really giving us any hint. I mean, we could be, if you look at it time wise, we could be about here versus where we actually topped out again. So a little bit disturbed with that one. We've also had a fair size rally in the grains Monday, Tuesday, and yesterday morning, and then we turned down. It's actually kind of the same situation. We were looking at the soybeans in this week's letter. Um, Monday up 35, Tuesday up another 7. Wednesday was, let's see, this was a close of 89 and three quarters. We got up to 1400, so up about 10 cents a bushel, and then we closed 2/3 down on the range and lower this morning, barely edging higher at the open, and then also down. So again, RSI, we are overbought. The MACD is narrowing, could easily roll to the downside. So I'm a little bit skeptical on the grains. Oil, as I said, down 27 cents. Nat gas up 2 cents. Gold up $10. Also been all over the place, but holding pretty well here between 1950 and 1975. What was interesting yesterday was that while the gold was down, the silver was actually up 40 cents. It's up another 35 cents today. Copper up a little over a penny. S&Ps, the futures are all down. I'll give you the up to the minute uh, in a second. Dollar is down slightly after being up really slightly. Bitcoin and Ethereum been on a run, giving back a little this morning, and the bonds are up on that economic news. Up 24.30 which is three quarters of a dollar in this 115 area. This is an area that should give it a bit of trouble. This one can go either way, except RSI is way overbought, and the extension of the MACD is getting a bit excessive. It's about as wide as I've seen it on this chart. Okay, NASDAQ, basically unchanged. Dow now down only 22. So we've gone from minus 70 to minus 61 before the numbers to minus 46 after the numbers, and now minus 25 and change. NASDAQ minus 42 to minus 46 to minus 31. and the Nasdaq is now basically unchanged. Uh, the 10 year is solidly below 4.5. It's 445.5. So, uh, you know, continuing to fall also on that economic news, and the S&P is now up almost $2. Have a good day, everyone. I'll be back after the close.